Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi şrah li sadri ve yessir li emri ve hlul ukdeten min lisani yefkahu kavli ve cealli vezira haruna akhi bihi ezri ve eşriku fi emri key nusebbihake kesira ve nezkurake kesira inneke kunte bina basira. Voice okay? Too much isn't okay? No, even are here. So, inshallah, we will continue study story of Adam, but story of Adam, we said we will relate it to our practical life right now. And Allah taught Adam the names. We discussed about it, what it means, the names of Allah to Adam. It means giving the tools to understand all the qualities of their creator by using their own tools. It is called in the Qur'an the spirit. Spirit is the way that we use and to understand what the names and qualities of our creator are. So this is the only way we acknowledge Allah. We confirm Allah. But how are we going to use it? Of course, we know that we will look at his act in the creation. So, I'm very uncomfortable about this mic. If I stay a little bit far, it doesn't, I think, function. I have to go, it is too much. All right, what shall we do? We look at the creation and see the qualities there manifested in the existence of the things. They are wonderful creatures. All the people are studying in the universities in different disciplines. What are they doing there? They are studying and recovering the qualities of the creator manifested in them. This is called what they say, how the things are functioning. Of course, the matter, unconscious matter, cannot function by itself, but they are giving the qualities manifested in them by their creator. So the scientists discovers these qualities, and accordingly they say it is functioning in this way, it has this quality, that quality. But human beings are given the ability to understand that these qualities are given to them as a manifested form of the qualities of their creator. That is what we are enabled. In this way, we are enabled to get to know who the creator of the universe and everything, of course, in the universe, and therefore who my creator is. That is the ultimate aim, to answer the question, who am I? What am I doing here? In my existence, I see the qualities of my creator, but in order to confirm it, not thinking that that is what I imagine. No, in the universe, it is witness. That is what Qur'an always refers to the universe and says, look at what I have done. You will see the qualities there manifesting like a piece of art, manifesting the qualities of it is artist. Simple. So when you look at a piece of art, what you say, oh, there is wonderful art there. This artist who made this piece of art must be so talented, must have a great quality of artistry. It is very simple. When we read a book, we see the knowledge of the author there manifested. I mean, no one can be crazy to say that book itself produced the knowledge in it. The universe, every being in the universe is like a book because you see the qualities there manifested in it. For example, they came into existence. If they are living beings, for example, plants, animals, or human beings, we understand that they have been given life. So matter cannot be the source of life itself. Life is there, and their shape, their beauty, their other qualities, and acting in such a way that they know what they are going to do in the future. But matter, how can the matter should know or would be able to know what the future will be and accordingly adjust if it is perfectly adjusted. So the order of the universe should not be spoiled or become order. We understand that this mutual communication between the creation and its creator, and therefore my creator, and I am given the qualities to get to know my creator, and then after studying the universe or taking notes of the things there, I come to the conclusion my creator must be the one who created the whole universe, because everything is interconnected in each other in such a way that as if they are genius, they know what they are doing and they communicate with each other. Let us keep the order together and make it so perfect. But we know that that is just matter. No knowledge, no quality, no will, no. So Adam was taught and asked to demonstrate before angels. This is how the Qur'an presents the case. Before angels, he is demonstrating now that he knows all the qualities manifested in them, and they are the names of the Creator in the language of the Quran, which are, you must be familiar with the term Asma'ul Husna, God's names. It means God's qualities. So, for example, if I ask somebody, what is your name? He will say something. Let's say Ahmed. All right, my name is Ahmed. I don't know who you are. Your name is Ahmed. Okay, Ahmed. And then the second question I ask, what do you do? Which kind of qualities you have? Which kind of qualifications you have? So he says, typical answer, I am an engineer. I am a businessman. I understood that this person has the quality of engineering. It is so simple, isn't it? Nothing is complicated. Don't make it something really difficult to understand. It is difficult really to understand the Quran and what is it talking about. What are the names of God? I don't know. Do I have to learn it and memorize it from the Quran or Hadith narrations? Yeah, these are the Arabic pronunciation of the names. But how am I going to confirm that God is really the most wise one? How am I going to? Yeah, I read from the Quran. Yes, I am a Muslim, I believe. But if someone says, how do you know? Our book says so. You say, I don't believe in your books. What do you mean by it? And I say, I don't know. So, but if we say, look, is there any wisdom in the work? Who is the owner of this work out there? Is there any wisdom in anything, in the creation or existence of a very simple bug? Perfect, isn't it? An ant is perfectly functioning. A fly is really more clever than I am. Why? Really, those sort of things, then even the airplanes cannot do this aerodynamic activity so quickly, defending itself. In an airplane, if there is something coming against the airplane, can the airplane defend itself, escape from really being destroyed? No, but flies do. So the small fly is more clever than anything we can imagine, the perfect way. They know how to feed themselves. So the human-made airplanes are wonderful, but they don't get their own fuel. You have to fuel it. They need feeding, but flies don't. Why? They are given the ability to feed themselves. What is this? Razak. God is the provider of the food. So he creates the ant and manifests his name, Razak, on it. So when we say, oh, this ant knows, or the fly knows how to get its provision, then you understand that, the one who created this eye, for example, enabled him with the quality to feed itself what is created out there. Of course, we understand that the creator's name of Razak, the provider, is manifesting in its existence. So Adam, the prophet Adam, demonstrated this. And then angels say, oh, he knows all the quality, whereas each angel knows only one quality. It's something we don't have to go into details that explained in the Qur'an. Everything is coming into existence through by obeying the angel to take the command, to take the will of the creator and manifested it in the form of a created being, limited created being. So that really needs a little bit concentration, a little bit reflection in the creation. It's so easy to understand and make sure that I am confident in my conclusion that the creator of the universe enabled everything with his qualities, and they are, for example, God must be the all-powerful one. How? Because without the power, you cannot explain the existence out there. And in every being, you see the same qualities manifesting itself at the same time. And everything is interconnected with each other. It means there must be a creator who is really putting everything in a perfect order so that there will be no disorderliness in the universe, which is amazing for us to understand that the creator must have all these qualities in infinite forms. That is why I say infinite forms, yes, creating everything with the same qualities, but different manifestations. Power is manifested in one thing, different from another way, but we know that they are coming from the same source. So we understand that this creator must be really the absolute one, and I cannot imagine the absolute. That's why Muslim culture teaches us that you cannot imagine God. of course, after growing up, when you are a young child, it is okay to say that, that is what our religion teaches us. But after reaching certain age, you start questioning, how can I know? Is the absolute being. So we say, yes, you can know. Just very simple. It is not complicated. Don't worry about it. The Quran says, study the creation. You will see it perfectly. That it is source of existence must be an absolute one. It is beyond imagination. Why? We can imagine only within the limitations of this universe. But the creator or the absolute, there is no absolute, there is no infinite in the creator. So it must have a different level of existence. Let me get it. Sorry, excuse me. No, yeah. Sorry. We can understand that. No one can expect to imagine the author of a book will be present in the book. Why? One of them is made here as a book, and the other one is the author of it. So how can that shows that the existence level of book is completely different from the existence level of its author. One of them is a human being, the other one is paper. But the quality of his knowledge is manifesting in the book. That is why we know that book is written by a one which is nothing to do with the book itself, but another being at a completely another level of existence. So we can comfortably say, yes, I am convinced logically, I am convinced in my feeling that this universe must be created by someone who is not like the universe. That is extremely important. And not be like the universe, because anything in the universe needs to be created, given existence. But the one who gives existence must be a completely different being. For example, when you look at the book again, I love book example, by the way, it's very simple and solves all problems, really. Every letter, every word in the book needs to be arranged, right? It means it's needed to be arranged in order to be a meaningful book. Otherwise, we wouldn't call it book, meaningless. So the universe is much, much more meaningful than a book. Universe has immense knowledge manifesting in itself. Book has only limited knowledge manifested. If it is a law book, you cannot find anything about biology. But in the universe, you can find all sorts of qualities. So we are so comfortable in our conclusion, and this is called belief, by the way. Iman is this, being confident in your conclusion. Confident in your conclusion, certain in your conclusion. The conclusion is this universe needs a creator which cannot be within the universe or like the universe, because the book needs to be created, but the author is a completely different being. The universe, everything in the universe needs to be given existence. Otherwise, we cannot come into existence. Can you come into existence? Make yourself, for example, another two eyes at the back. Can you? Impossible, isn't it? They are doing this. Impossible. Why? You need to be given eyes. Otherwise, you cannot have eyes. How can you? So your cells also need to be arranged accordingly, created accordingly. So that, for example, I love simple examples. Getting the simple examples in discussions. The building is, let's say, it's not a brick building, I don't think. Maybe steel construction, isn't it? Or it is concrete, but let's assume that it's a brick building. Here it is, there is a brick building there. So, yeah, the bricks are need to be put there. Otherwise, they cannot make the building themselves. According to what? According to design of its architect. So we see that looking at that, we cannot say that no one is crazy saying, no, the bricks made the beautiful. Have you ever seen any, people out of mind? The bricks are making the building. I don't know how the materialist people think that atoms are making the universe. They are the bricks of the universe. The bricks are lifeless. They don't know anything. They have no choice. No communication between themselves. Definitely a conscious being is arranged there, must have arranged there. That's so simple. So they say matter must, develop by itself. Okay, get in a house, wait for 10 billion years so that the bricks will make a house for you. Wait. It is nonsense. It is obvious. So angels understood that the human ability to recognize his creator with his own quality. And you can study. But somebody may say, rightly, I appreciate kind of alternative ideas. But they may say, look, I studied biology. I have no idea about archaeology. Or architecture is simple. Archaeology is a bit far away from practical life. So architecture, I have no idea about architecture. But do you have the quality to learn architecture? Yeah? If instead of studying biology, if you studied architecture, you will develop your quality in yourself to become an architect. All these alternatives are possible human beings. It means, very simple terms, human beings have almost infinite potentiality that is called spirit. As wide, as numberless as the qualities of its creator. We cannot really count. The qualities, how many departments are there in the university? They are still subsections, newly coming. And you go then, this is the physics department, all right? You go there, how many different lessons are taught there? It means every lesson is, in fact, studying, investigating, discovering the manifested qualities of it, whatever they are studying, it is creator. So angels, each being said in the this discussion of the Qur'an here, what we are studying, so they said, glory be to you. You can see in the screen, we have no knowledge but that which you have taught us. Even everybody, can you say, I have this potentiality by myself, or I am already created with this potentiality? That's why I have it. I can hear, Why? Because I'm created with the ability to hear. That's so simple. That's what angels say. Look, we cannot know anything apart from what you created us with the qualities that you have allotted to us, given to us. So simple. Human beings, yeah, we can say whatever the qualities we have to get to know, to be aware of it. No, that is sweet. That is, oh, it is very sour, isn't it? Oh, it is very hot. No, I don't like hot things. You see what I mean? All these qualities we are using, but I'm not accusing anybody, definitely, but we may not be able that these qualities are given to us. We may not realize it. It needs a conscious teaching. That is what the Quran is teaching now to us in this very simple teaching of the story of Adam, Prophet Adam. In this, that is why, that is how we should read the stories of the prophets in the Quran in order to relate to ourselves, relate to our own reality, to understand who I am. So it may be the story of Adam, it may be the story of Solomon or David, Abraham, or Ibrahim, whatever you say. So all the stories told in the Quran, in fact, if you really carefully study them, you will understand them are representing the different aspects of our reality of life. Our reality of life. And they are all related to us. Can you imagine? My Creator speaks to me in the Quran and tells me a story which doesn't relate to myself. I mean, you think God is entertaining us in his speech for nothing? Definitely he is teaching us something. But the Quranic message is universal message. What does it mean? Universal message. It means at every time in every geography of the earth, all human beings, for example, 1,000 years ago, 800 years ago, I'm jumping, last century or last year, all the people existed, all of them must benefit from it according to their living conditions. That is why the message must be not limited form. The message must be in the form of a story that every people at every age should derive the guidance from it. That is why Quran speaks as if mostly, apart from the fiqh matters, what to do, but belief matters, which consists of the 95% of the Quran. So 95% of the Quran uses examples, parables, various ways of teaching human beings so that we should interpret them, we should relate it to our practical daily life. Now, in this 21st century, we understand that even what is going on nowadays, now everybody is excited about artificial intelligence. It will, yes. How they are doing it, how the human beings can do this. Do you think they can do it as they like, or they can do it by following the order of the universe? It means by following how the universe is created. So obeying the order, that's why they are trying to find out, human beings try to find out. For example, I don't know, you want to make a coffee, can you make a coffee as you like, or Do you obey the order of the universe? Which one? Can you, for example, I need a coffee, so I will put the pot here. Come on, get boiled. Doesn't get. What do you have to do? You have to go, put it on the fire. How did you learn? That is the order of the universe. I investigated it. Even if I didn't, the people before me investigated it, and I learned it from them. So simple, so simple. In the way that Islam teaches, belief matters is so simple. Nothing is complicated at all. You don't have to interpret this way or another way. Let's put it in the summary, in a summary form. Everything in existence come into existence in such a way that they cannot have anything from themselves, but they are created in the way that they exist now. It's very simple. They are all created beings. We are all created beings. No one can say that I created one hair on my head. No one can say. I am given the ability. If I have not been given the, I think I don't have that. So much of it is gone. So can I do anything? No, but some people make a hair planting. What do they take from here? Put it there, still follow it, because order of the universe allows it. Otherwise, can I put a piece of things here and become an hair? No, I have to follow the order. So here is the machine working as a result of the people who followed the order, find out, discovered the qualities of the creator of the order, manifested in the order, benefiting it, and arrange it this one according to the order. That's why if someone wants to do, what do they have to do? They have to work in the laboratories. In the laboratory. What do they do in the laboratory? Investigate the quality of the matter, the substances. What are they given? You understand? I mean, do I make sense? So it is, I say belief matters in the Quran is very simple, very, very simple. As the Quran says, La ilaha illahu. What does it mean? Everything here on earth in the universe cannot be ilah. Ilah. What does ilah mean? The one who exists by itself. The one who exists by itself doesn't need to be created, doesn't need to be arranged, exists in and of itself. That is called self-subsistent being. The universe all in its all entirety, nothing is self-subsistent, needs to be brought into existence in a perfect way and working in harmony with the rest of the universe. Here we are, I have my lungs, here is the atmosphere, I get the air, and it works in my body as it is arranged. If my body wasn't arranged in this way, there would be no way that I can imagine to do something at all, just following the order of the universe. So La ilaha means everything is created, needs to be created. Illallah means the one who created it is the one who is the creator of the universe, and this is my source of existence. This is what I worship. That means I accept that he is the one who gave it. But did I see him? I don't have to see him. Why? I know his action here. Why should I need to see him? Again, come back to the same simple book example. I look at the book. And anybody, whether believer or not, anybody reads the book, it says, author says, excuse me, what are you talking about? The author. Have you seen him? No. Why do you talk about author, which is unknown? No, no, no. The book cannot come into existence without the author, a conscious being. So simple. You don't have to see him. That is why believe in him, the creator, you don't have to see him. See his action and conclude the one who did it. Because the things themselves cannot do it. La ilaha illahu. There is nothing in the universe which can exist by itself, which doesn't need to be given existence, but the one who is the source of existence of the universe is what I believe he created it. That is why we worship him. Why? We just express our thankfulness, express our great gratitude to him. You did it. You did it. Well, that is what we are going to pray, inshallah, a Maghrib prayer. When it is time, when the sun sets, we will declare that the sun sets because he set it. He set the order. It becomes dark. Yes, that is what the order of the universe is established. Acknowledging. So we are going to have now iftar, inshallah. So this is getting ready. Everybody is excited, including me. So the food is getting ready. So when we eat the food, we will say what? These are the creation of the Creator. It is his blessing to me. So we won't say that, for example, dates. Thank you, date. Is there any crazy man? Thank you, date. You are nourishing me perfectly sweet. I love it. No one says this. And are you happy with it? Yes, I am. Inshallah, we will have it, but you will see how happy I am. So I really enjoy it. So I am happy. What am I supposed to do now? If something makes you happy, what do you say? Thank you. Who am I going to say thank you? The date itself? The seed? Or the cell of the date? Thank you, you made it perfectly. No one is crazy to do that. But we have to say, thank you, the one who created the date. Even we cannot thank the farmer. Yes, as a human being, we can thank you, but not as the creator of the dates. Farmers can do nothing, just only put the seed, let the tree grow. I mean, the creator will create the tree according to the order of his creation. That's why we don't see any random happenings here. Everything is perfectly ordered. So it grows, it starts producing dates, and we say, really, it is perfect. So a farmer just looked after the tree, maybe put the seed in the soil, nothing else. So simple, isn't it? So we cannot say that, I'm very thankful to the grocery shop. Why? Because it gave me the date. Yeah, it transferred it. Transferred it. It didn't create the date. Who created the date? There is nobody in the universe. So simple. So la ilaha illahu really makes sense. So the angels, let's come to our subject now. The angels, very simple to understand, declared that we have no knowledge. But that which you have taught us, we have to say the same thing. We have no knowledge, but the Creator taught me, gave me the ability to teach, to learn. We have no, cannot claim that I am the source of existence of my knowledge, but I am utilizing it, I am using it by or obeying the order. We should never forget this. This is very important and very essential. We cannot do anything unless obey the order. Can we? We have free will, yes, but how can we use the free will? I give it this example on many occasions because it is important, practically very important. I keep forgetting it. I think everybody keeps forgetting. So my free will, how do I use my free will? To really do anything I want or anything, or I obey the order and choose, can I obey this order rather than this order? Look between the orders, which is called, nowadays the people call it as laws of nature. Oh, what do you mean by nature? I don't understand what they mean by nature. The matter needs to exist. What are you talking about? The quality of the book is its nature, but does it have it by itself, or author gave this quality to the book to be a book? So we are just choosing this order or that order. We cannot choose anything which is not already existing within the order. That is very essential to us to realize and say that, what are you doing? For example, let's say, let's simple example. I am making soup. I would say, in order to make the case clear, in our example, you are not making soup. You are obeying the order in order to get the result of soup. See the difference, or shall I repeat it, or shall I give another example? We cannot do anything but obey the order. But of course, when we say we are making the soup, practically it's all right. Nothing is wrong with it. This is a practical language. But in fact, we are not making anything. We are acquiring by obeying the order. Simple, isn't it? So when we realize that whether somebody is a believer or not, believes in God or not, willingly or unwillingly, that's how the Qur'an says, they obey the will of the Creator. They cannot do anything. We cannot do anything. But what we can do, we can acknowledge it, we can admit it, or we can deny it, as the Quran says, denier, munkir, kafir, or takzib, mukazzib. They're saying that, no, I don't believe in God. Even when you are saying, I don't believe in God, you are obeying the order of God. Will of God, be careful. Don't be arrogant, man. Don't be arrogant. You are obeying his will. The universe is established by him. Because the Creator must be not in the universe. Not be. The book example, remember the book example, that author cannot be in the book. So it's another being, completely different level of existence. So God must have completely different level of existence. That's why we believe in, it's a beautiful word actually, although it is translated as unseen, unknown. None of them makes justice to this word, ghaib. Ghaib in the language of the Quran. belief can only be in ghaib. What does it mean? I believe this table made by a man. Yeah. Why? Although I didn't see the person, man or woman, whatever, a person, human being, conscious being, I haven't seen it. I don't have to see him or her. Why? The way the table is arranged, shouting, I am made by a conscious being. There is no need to get another evidence. This is so simple. The way it is arranged, it's established. So we comfortably say that I believe in the Creator just because I always follow His will. I have no other option. But I have the option given with a very small, limited field to choose this order. That's it. You can boil your kettle to make your coffee, either using gas fire or wood fire or electric power. Yeah, there may be another way. You can choose one of them, but they all already exist in the order of the universe. Whatever I do, I cannot get out of obeying the order of the universe. It means the will of its creator. I cannot get it, even if I choose this or that, still I cannot really get out of this being obliged to follow the will of the creator of the universe. No option. Can I move my hand as I want? Only obeying the order. For example, if I say, I'm going to shake my hands with my friend, I cannot go beyond that. That's it. That is the order. But I can walk there. But can I go there not by walking? No, that's the only way. I have to obey the order. Or I have to obey the order by getting on the plane and go there, or a helicopter is going there, or driving a car there. It means still obeying the order. We have to be really very careful and humble ourselves to accept and confirm our Creator. So when the angels are presented here in this world, that they cannot have any knowledge other than God taught them. It is a reminder for us. We cannot know anything other than God enabled us to learn. Cannot learn anything. We cannot learn anything if I am not given the ability. Okay. Now we will see that although they admit it, that is another lesson, really interesting lesson here. God is here. All right. Okay. قال يا آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم. Look, although they admit it, it's very important, very simple. Well, if we know how to utilize the stories of the prophets taught in the Qur'an, but we have to know the methodology of how to use the Qur'an, how to understand the Qur'an. Method is very important. So it is very simple. He said, "Oh Adam, inform them of their names." Now they already admitted that they cannot know anything other than what they are taught by their Creator. That is simple, straightforward language. But still God says, let me demonstrate it to you. What does it mean? Oh, it is a sensitive subject and also sensitive uh, responsibility, human responsibility, that we have to get the fine point here. If I claim anything, God says, demonstrate. What does it mean? How can I demonstrate it? For example, I say, I believe in God. I submit myself to God. I admit, I confirm. Okay, demonstrate. Demonstrate it in your private life, your personal life, in your social life. I believe that God is just. Demonstrate it. Why? Act in your act in the way according to the justice. God is wise. Act according to wisdom. Demonstrate it. God is the one who deserves to be thanked. Demonstrate it. How? It is very important. Again, lots of things are, I keep saying important. I mean, if you are studying the Quran, you cannot say, we can pass this one, it's not important. That is the nature of the Quran. So it is important. I demonstrate that. I am thanking God. Yeah, my tongue says, Alhamdulillah, Ashukrilillah, praise be to God, thanks be to God. That is your tongue. Are you only a tongue? No, that's your mind. Your mind must acknowledge it. But are you only the mind? No, you have body. You have to perform it with your body as well. Express it, demonstrate it, physically demonstrate it. But one brother is praying there. What is he doing? Standing up, going down. What are you doing? Is a prayer. So I am expressing my belief, my conclusion in my tongue, saying Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah. In my mind, know that I am really presenting my conclusions to my Creator. That is my belief. And in my action, yes, I am presenting that I can only stand before God, His awesome being. And I can bow down. Why? In admiration of His great manifestation of power, etc., etc. That is what we have to demonstrate. Fasting, for example, the people may wonder, we are living in a mostly, I wouldn't say non-Muslim community, I dare to say, not declaring themselves as Muslims with capital M. So everybody is Muslim in minuscule and in their existence, but we may admit it and become a member of Muslim or the followers of the religion of Islam, or we may not admit it, but our capacity is Muslim, but you can deny it. That is free. Freedom is there. You can deny it or you can admit it. So a non-Muslim friend may say to you and to me, "What would you like to have a cup of coffee?" Say, "No, thank you." "Ah, you love coffee, don't you?" "Yeah, I love it." "Why don't you have it?" "I am a Muslim, I fast." "What? Fast? Why?" "I am a Muslim. That is the requirement of my religion." "Why? What kind of religion it is that coffee is nothing? It's good, tasty, you like it, you enjoy it. Why don't you?" "What a nonsense religion." "No, no, no, be careful." "Why?" "It makes sense." Explain it. Demonstrate it. Well, even God demonstrates. Although angels said, "Yes, we admit everything is from you. all the knowledge is from you, and you made Adam much more qualified than us. We admit that, still say, okay, but I have to demonstrate it, and tells me you have to demonstrate. Look, all throughout the years, I have been drinking coffee. It became a habit. And I don't really realize that I am blessed with this coffee. I don't really appreciate it as a blessing, as a grace from my Creator. Now I am being trained by my Creator, saying that, look, during these 29 or 30 days, during the month of Ramadan, let me set you so that you will have your Muslim identity. All Muslims are fasting now. As a community, we are demonstrating that this is an opportunity for me to declare in my practical life, demonstrate in my practical life that I totally acknowledge coffee doesn't belong to me. It is a grace from my Creator. Although I paid the money, but I didn't pay the money for the taste. I didn't pay the money for creating the taste, creating the coffee beans. I didn't pay for heating quality in the creation. Nothing, just I'm using it. They are all already created. I'm using it. Now, physically demonstrating that through fasting, the coffee is the grace of my Creator, and I am acknowledging it. He taught me, or they gave me the opportunity to practice it physically by not drinking from dawn or early morning twilight until sunset. You shouldn't drink coffee so that you will acknowledge, in fact, you paid for it, but you paid only the labors. You didn't pay for creation, to create the coffee, to create the taste, to create the wonderful smell. I love it. I want a coffee because I cannot drink coffee. Now I said, so I benefit from the smell now. At least, alhamdulillah. So we create, we express our acknowledgement. We shouldn't be so simple saying that I'm a Muslim, our religion ordered us to fast, that's why I'm fasting. And the people will say, oh, these people really are doing something without any meaning. Now, obeying the religious order, in other followers of religions do the same thing, but Islamic rituals have really convincing reason behind it. This is the way of acknowledging who the real creator of coffee is, all the qualities of coffee is. It is a very perfect opportunity for us that we are expressing our belief in God. We should appreciate. It is very important for us to fast with this consciousness, acknowledge the creator of the things that we are benefiting, water, food, what, for example, now, can you eat date? No. Why? The real owner of the date did not allow me to eat it. That's what I'm practicing, demonstrating my belief. Who the real owner of the date? Not the shopkeeper, not the farmer. Who? Who says, don't eat it? And I say, okay. Why? Because you are the real owner. This perfect relationship between me and my creator Because Creator knows that I will keep drinking coffee anytime I want. Anytime I want to eat, I will keep eating. And it becomes an habit. And I don't know why I am, who is really giving this. Yeah, but of course, we know that when I go and buy the date, example, or coffee from the shop, I am, yes, it is called halal. But be careful. Yes, the way you bought it, you are not a thief. That is perfect. You are not a thief. You are not taking the property of other people without their consent. Perfect. Okay. But still, I would say something, but don't feel offended. No one. Let's understand the case clearly. We are still thieves. Thieves of what? Thieves of whom? Whose property I'm stealing? Yes, I paid for the shopkeeper. I paid for the transporter. I paid for the farmer because the money I pay includes all of them. Everybody agrees and there is no conflict. Still, I am a thief. Do you understand why are we thieves? Still? Because we didn't pay the right of the one who created the date. Did we? Did we? Careful. I paid for the grocery shop owner, transporter, farmer. Yeah, that is the money I paid. Includes everything. All right. How about the creator of it? The real value of date or coffee, whatever, is in its existence. Farmer is not creating it. Shopkeeper is not creating it. Still, if I don't pay the owner of the date, I may still be a thief. What the Quran says, it is very, very interesting to understand this kind of verses. It says, don't eat, don't benefit anything on which you did not declare God's name. Yeah? You did not declare God's name. So don't eat date on which you did not declare God's name. Some translators said you did not mention God's name. I like declare. Acknowledge. Why? I know some people involved in bringing the date to me. I have to appreciate their labor and pay for it. And I paid money because they want money in turn. But how can I pay you? Can I send you a check? Please give me your address. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. The only thing the creator, the real owner of the date is asking is thankful. Acknowledge that I am giving the gift to you. I am the one who provided it for you. Acknowledge. It's not difficult. Belief is not difficult to practice at all. It is very comforting. Very comforting. If you are a guest in a house, the host invited you and said, okay, here is the house provided for you. So feel comfortable here, feel at home here, do what you want, but don't do anything saying that I found it. No, I am giving it. No, it happened to be here, so I'm benefiting from it. No, I am providing it for you. Acknowledge it. That's it. Acknowledge it, use it as you want. That is what Islamic rituals essentially includes in their nature. We have to realize this simple thing that he wants us to mention, to admit, to acknowledge the real owner of it. So God is demonstrating now. Then when Adam, had informed them of their names, their qualities. Look, I am eating the date. The creator of the date is the one who created the universe. The date has taste in it. It is the one, the taste is created by the one who is the creator of the universe. Date has a clean, coming out of dirt, but it has no dirt in it, cleaned. It is cleaned by the one who created the order of the universe. So, all the names are listed by Adam. Look, all the qualities in the creation through his ability given to him, which is called Ruh. Acknowledge that. And he said, God said, after performing, after demonstrating, God said, did I not say to you that I surely know what is ghaib in the heavens and the earth. Now you got the ghaib here. I kept it in its own original language. Why? Because belief can only be in ghaib. Conclusion. Conclusion means I conclude to come to the very simple example of table. Looking at the table, it cannot happen by itself. It is obvious. There is only way to say that a conscious being has designed it and made it. Yep. What I did here, I believe it in ghaib, in terms of table. How about the universe? I believe it in the ghaib, the one who created it. Simple. That is what La ilaha illahu means. There is no deity but He only. Who is He? He is, the Quran says, Allah, His name is Allah. Okay, who's Allah? Nothing else, La ilaha illahu. Nothing else can own or claim the ownership over any of the beings in the universe. La ilaha illahu. Well, that is how we describe it. So nothing else can be the source of existence of anything of this universe but the one who created the whole universe, entire universe, including myself. So if we look at the creation, if we look at anything, what we see there, the qualities of its maker manifested in it. As the table says, I am designed consciously according to the needs of the one who is going to use it. So it is a conscious being, organized everything accordingly. So I understand there must be a conscious being who knows how to make the table, who knows who's going to use it, etc. So ghaib means by looking at something present, concluding the source of its quality, who or what can be its quality, or owned or manifested in it, its quality. That is, okay. This is on the Zoom as well, on another thing. Some people are there. Some notes there. Okay. Ghaib means not that we say, I lost it. I don't know how. Ghaib doesn't mean that I don't know. That is another subject. I don't know whether it is interesting for you. Not I don't know. I know it must exist. I am sure there is a designer of the table. I am sure. I know it exists. Definitely. Yeah, the table cannot become a table by itself. I know, absolutely. Sorry? Yep, go back. Here we go. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. So I shouldn't know what is ghaib. God says, I know what is ghaib, but by telling him, you should be aware that ghaib must exist, and this conclusion is my belief that ghaib exists. Ghaib exists. This conclusion is my belief. What time is it now? Excuse me. How many minutes we have? Now, how many minutes do we have? 7 minutes left. Oh, I have to wrap up. So can you come forward so that the people coming here, please stand up. You are young. You are not like me. Come forward, all of us, please. Bismillah. So that the newcomers will feel comfortable. Come forward, come forward. Hey, brothers, come forward. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's wrap up the verse now, the ayah, inshallah. So I should surely know what is ghaib in the heavens and the earth. It means heavens and the earth has a ghaibi aspect of it. And the creator definitely should know it. For example, the designer of the table, if he didn't know how to design it, do you think the table would come into existence? No. So he must know it. So he says, I know it. It means you can know as well. So when you know that there must be a creator, you confirm it, and ghaib in the heavens and the earth, everywhere, every being in the creation, Qur'an says, I mean, it's an amazing verse. Everything in the universe declares that their creator is the perfect, infinite being, absolute being. That is what everything brings this new to me, to us. So we have to also know that such a being must exist, and I have to confirm it. Confirming is the belief. Confirming is the belief. Yes, I admit all the qualities I see in the creation of heavens and the earth belongs to its creator. So that I think we have to stop here. The people are coming. So I know what you manifest and what you hide. It's at the same time, not only as I have been waiting. Thank you very much. So waiting for this to appreciate its creator and say, Bismillah, and Isha. Thank you. So I know what you manifest and what you don't know. This is also another secret in the verse. We declare something, we say something, but we may have something else in our heart. The creator of the heart says, I know what you are declaring, I know what you are hiding. Especially those people who don't believe, They say, make excuse. You know, why not the matter can develop by itself, automatically? But why do they say that? They are looking for an excuse that they don't want to submit their existence to the Creator. Why? Because I have a Creator and I am responsible before Him. I have to submit my existence to Him and I have to obey what He tells me. No, I don't want to. It is hidden. God says, I know what you are doing, what you are saying. I know what you are hiding in your heart. So we have to be very careful when we act. We have to make our intent. When we do something, when we say something, we must be consistent within ourselves. That is what God says. I know what you are hiding. I know what you are manifesting. It means saying it openly. So inshallah, let's pray. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. May Allah accept our prayers. May Allah accept our fasting. Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum an alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun alal mursalin. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wa sallillahumma على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه أجمعين آمين ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين آمين الحمد لله رب العالمين. Thank you very much. May Allah accept your prayers again. Jazakumullahu khair. Here is the mic transfer to our
جزاك الله خير.